cooking up one-to-one customer experiences with data-driven mastery. So please give a warm Movable Inc. welcome to Hendrik.
Hi everyone, thanks Rich. I've been speaking to people the whole morning today, and a lot of them love cooking, but we all are very busy as well. So how is Marley Spoon helping with it? And how is Iterable and Movable Inc. helping us cooking up one-on-one experiences for customers? I'm Hendrik, CRM manager at Marley Spoon for about 3 years now, focusing on the reactivation stage. So win-back campaigns, basically trying to get customers to come back to us. And for the past 2 years, I've been focusing on the personalization topic across our brands and our markets for the whole CRM team. Who is Marley Spoon? Our family of brands. So we have 2 meal kit brands, direct-to-consumer meal kit brands, helping customers cook every day for their families, for their loved ones, for themselves, but fitting for their schedules. So while Marley Spoon is focused on variety, and really they're flavorful every day, Dinnerly is focused on easier, more simpler recipes, and also cheaper. We also have our ready-to-heat brand, which is focused for wealth and wellness-focused customers, and Bistro MD, which is our doctor-designed ready-to-eat meal kit. We have a global network, so our 2 main brands are located in the United States, Australia, and Europe. In Europe being in the Netherlands, Germany, Belgium, and Austria, and the 2 other brands, one located in Australia and the other one in the United States. So with global network means also a variation of languages, a variation of localization that needs to be done, and different requirements for each brand and how we speak to them and how we speak to those customers as well. Our vision is building a better everyday, just for you, just for you. And customers are able to customize their meals and their meal kits or their orders on what is best fitting on their lifestyles, whether it's on dietary requirements, schedule, etc. Which is why it's also important that we have one-on-one personalization communication with our customers. Because by communicating the data-driven relevant content to our customers, they are also more likely to engage with our brands and more likely also to convert from our brands. And the keyword here being relevancy. So there's 4 components that we see of relevancy. So timing, channels, data, content. Timings, for example, do you react to to messages in the morning or at night or during the day, during work, during lunch break? Which channels? People prefer different channels. So customer A prefers email, but while customers B need to receive an SMS and then a push notification as an extra notch for them to convert. And data, of course, customers are unique. So capturing data across platform and putting them into action is very important. For us, we have Iterable at our core where our data connects. And of course, the brand, the content, which what messages are we actually giving out to the customers? So is it a brand message? Is it vouchers? Are we sending an urgency message? All of these 4 components focusing on relevancy to be able for the customers to be much more engaged with our communications. Then automating the personalization is a skill, actually. So a lot of you probably are Movable Inc. customers already, but for those who doesn't know, Movable Inc. basically sits on top of Iterable, our CRM channel, CRM platform. And Movable Inc. is basically what provides or powers the dynamic content, while Iterable focuses on the data and bringing this data to the messages that we have on our different channels as well. It's important because what I mentioned earlier as well is the cross-channels communication. So sending the right message to the right time, to the right channel, to the right customers. And how we do it with Iterable, we are using different features that they are offering for us. For example, channel optimization. We set up a campaign, and now we set this channel optimization features. Then this sends to customers who are reacting to emails, or customers who are reacting to push notifications, for example, and sending them the right channel that they are more likely to convert from. Send time optimization, when I was also listening to a presentation earlier, customers are often reacting to different messages on a different time. So some use it in the leisure times, while some in the morning. In the beginning, when we started sending, for example, SMS, we were sending always on a Sunday around 11 in the morning because that's when people have time. But actually, people are doing very different stuff on Sunday morning. Some are having brunch, they don't want to use their phone. Some are doing sports, for example, or different markets as well react differently to what they're doing. And catalog is also one that I will go through later, and the experiments feature. So in short, the challenge is basically creating personalized content at scale. We have the different variants, like language variations as one of them, but different markets and different brands, which react differently for different customers. So for us, Movable Ink acts as a dynamic layer content that sits on top of Itchable, our customer engagement platform, and Movable Ink creates customized experiences for us, for example, through their custom apps, which is relevant for what is needed to power the communication. And Itchable then is our omnichannel orchestration tool sitting at the heart of our tech stack. But actually, let's go to the fun stuff now. So our year in review campaign, it all started in 2021. We wanted to remind churn customers on why actually they were cooking with us, how the year was with us, and why we reminded them on why they enjoy cooking with us and why don't they come back to us. So if you can see on the first 2021 one, this was the one that we didn't use Movable Ink for, and it was our first campaign. And it was very, very static. Data points were very minimal. Each market actually had to be built separately as well, and it was only email-based. Well, in 2022, which is when we started with Movable Ink, we already saw the first results were 2 times more reactivation events and 50% increase in referrals sent. What you can also see is that the email was also not only increase in data points, but we also the design contained the data. So we used the data to then power the design of it. And we also sent it to further customers. But then in 2023, we said we wanted to be bigger, we wanted to go better. And how do we do this? We started, of course, with the data. So moving from 4 data points to about 20 data points, so an increase of 5 times more data points than compared to the previous years. But data, of course, brings a lot more complications with it because you have to filter it, you have to manage it to make it that it's accessible but also reliable. And how we do this, and this is what Catalog powers from us by Itchable, which I mentioned earlier. Catalog allows the storage of information directly in Itchable and use it to personalize the message. While within catalogs sit these collections. Collections match users with catalog data based on their interest, preference, location, historical data, purchase data, basically anything that is sitting on the Itchable user profile. And a very simple example of this is how we use it for our year review campaign 2023, is that we put on different behaviors of the customers, and then Itchable, we are able to filter them easily together in real time, which we then send on to Movable Ink, which powers the creatives on sending the customers what is the customer personality of that year. And then we also wanted to be bigger with channels, not only emails, but also focused on mobile channels. So combining data and creative, each active and churn customer receives a personalized rich push notification showcasing them their 2022 review. Not only was it only the data was driven, design was driven by data, but also we were targeting customers with a channel optimization. So customers who don't react to emails, we send them a push notification instead, and it was also used as an introductory campaign to the longer emails that they would get. And of course, remembering the different language variations that we have, with only one HTML link, we are able to power a lot of rich push notifications to our customers. And then in-app campaign, in-app message, we also wanted to see to do is a carousel in-app message, which was specifically designed for this year in review campaign. And in-app message had a very concise way of bringing all the different data points together for our customers. So we actually saw 4 times more conversions than email for our active customers, which were engaging with the in-app message. And then the email itself. So this is a GIF of how the email looked like. And in 2022, we had a fully personalized email. So from the start till the end of the email was very fully personalized, which the customer personality, which I mentioned earlier, which was powered by the catalog of Iterable, had received, it was the most clicked section of the email. So it was not with 44% in all clicks, and in active customers, and 57% for churn customers. So actually, we also used the recipe feed here, which connecting all of our recipes, showcasing what customers have cooked during the year, or showcasing their latest recipes and their most liked recipes that they have over the past year. And at the end, it was a very, very long email, which we also took some learnings from afterwards. But you can see this various part of the email, which was fully personalized with Movable Ink and Iterable. And then the results. The results were for 2023 was way better than expected. Actually, the year review is our best performing campaign for 2 years with an annual 2.5 increase in conversion uplift. At the end, we personalized over 600,000 personalized emails. That's without counting the generic and fallback emails that the customers received. Over 400,000 individual mobile messages. It's the highest converting campaign of 2023 as well, and the highest click engagement for our leads and reactivation. So not only for past customers, but for potential new customers. It was quite an interesting campaign on showcasing them how average customers of our brand cook with us, or how much money they save or minutes they save, and a 7 times increase in reactivation events and 3 times in email engagement. And I'll quickly go through another campaign that we had with Movable Ink and Iterable is the Travel the World campaign. The issue was here that the customers were skipping and churning a lot because of repetitive and boring recipes. That was the reasons. So we got the reasons already. We had all this data about what we were doing with it. So the goal was to reduce skip and churn for active customers. And we did this by creating a campaign with new recipes that we brought in and new cuisines that we brought in, but combining it with a partnership. So the combination here was that the more recipes you order from in that specific period in this collection of recipes that we had, the more chances you get to get on a higher price. And we will show this with it's the first time we had like a mobile first campaign as well, focusing fully on mobile channel then. Combining catalog, we're doing the calculations while Movable Ink is powering the creatives. And we had a 136 conversion uplift and a 22% increase in daily mobile usage throughout this whole period. Skip and churn also reduced, and the boring recipes and repetitive recipes were not the main reasons anymore. And now leaving you on things that we should have done. So these are things that I didn't do when I started with Movable Ink personalization, but if we should have done them, is probably starting with the problem. One thing we got very excited. We were like, yeah, let's create fun campaigns. Customer will love it. But actually what we were trying to solve, nothing. It was, for us, a fun thing to do, but we were not solving anything. So we were not focusing on the business challenge we were trying to solve. And then the data requirements. Data is always a complicated topic. How do we make sure that we have all the data? How can we process it easily? How can we manage it? And is it reliable? So really identifying what your needs are in the beginning, but then focusing on then going forward with it. And then going forward with it is the part number 3 with be delusional. Sky is the limit. Don't think on what can or cannot be done. Actually, this is where you have the chance to use Movable Ink or Iterable in this case as well, or both together, not only as vendors to your company, but as solutions partner. Tell them, hey, we have this problem, this business is challenge, this is the challenge, this is what we have the idea of what we want to do, we have all this data scattered around, how can we get there? Help us get there, and actually the team is really helpful on being able to get this. And of course, testing, which is super important. The Movable Ink team has told us in the beginning, remember to test because you need to test the value. We did not do the testing. We didn't. We were creating these campaigns, but what did it bring actually? Did it bring something for the business? Did it bring something for our metrics? So really on determining the value of this and then optimizing it. So really from for example, the learning on the year in review, what we did for 2023, we tested it and the campaign was too long. People were not even reaching the whole email anymore. It was a fun thing to do. So now for 2024, we would focus more on the mobile channels because we saw that the mobile channels had a 44 more conversions than email actually. So really focusing on what then is more optimal for your customers, but also for the metrics that you are trying to solve there. So I want to end with saying learning is continuous and mistakes are the checkpoints that keep us on the path to mastery. Please feel free to ask me any questions later. I'm happy to answer anything and talk about how our campaigns are also doing with Movable Ink and Iterable. Thanks.